We have got some transfer news to discuss in today's video. After a huge twist, as always, we will go over this whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic have been given a potential boost in the race to sign Andrej Bakanin, with the Serbian teenager offering a public nod towards the Parkhead club amid rising transfer speculation. The 18-year-old Kukariki midfielder has been attracting interest from both sides of Glasgow, with the club's sporting director Vladimir Matijašević confirming inquiries from Celtic and Rangers. However, Bakanin has seemingly hinted at his preference, choosing to follow the Premiership champions on Instagram shortly after talks began with Celtic. Bakanin is expected to leave Kukariki within the next fortnight, with several clubs monitoring his situation closely. The youngster's style of play and creative statistics have seen him compared favourably to top young talents in Europe, including Motherwell's Lennon Miller. Miller has long been on Brendan Rodgers' radar, but the Scotland international appears to be targeting a move to the continent rather than a domestic switch. That shift in focus has brought Bakanin to the fore, with statistical platforms placing him among the leading under-21 midfielders in Europe for incisive play in the final third, a category in which he ranks alongside Miller and Olympiakos' Christos Mouzakaitis. Celtic's recruitment team have been working to identify midfield reinforcements capable of stepping into first-team contention, and Bakanin's ability to operate across several roles in the middle of the park makes him an intriguing option. With his contract situation at Kukariki nearing its conclusion, the coming days could prove pivotal as Celtic look to step up their pursuit of one of Serbia's most promising young players. Now for the main story. Antwerp manager Stef Wils has confirmed that winger Michel-Ange Balikwisha, long linked with Celtic, could be on the move in the near future. The Belgian club have faced continued speculation over the 24-year-old's future, with interest from Glasgow persisting through several transfer windows. Reports suggest there is a significant chance the move will finally materialise this summer. Brendan Rodgers has made strengthening out wide a top priority, particularly since the £17 million sale of Nicholas Kuhn to Como. With Balikwisha capable of playing on either wing, he has become a major target for Celtic in their search for attacking width and creativity. Reports have indicated that Balikwisha is keen on a switch to Celtic Park. Conversations between the clubs have reportedly progressed, amid growing confidence that all parties could reach an agreement. Antwerp's need for transfer revenue and the player's contract expiring next summer, when he would be available on a free transfer, have only heightened the likelihood of a deal this summer. Now, Wils has added credibility to the rumours suggesting that Balikwisha's exit is far from unlikely. The manager confirmed that while he remains focused on his current squad, he is prepared to let the player depart if the right offer arrives. He said this: "I'm just working with the guys who are here at the moment. They all have the qualities to play here, so it would be foolish not to use them. That's possible, yes," he said. Balikwisha joining Celtic would add much-needed pace and quality to the team's attack. He's quick, skillful, and can deliver from wide areas, traits that fit well with how Brendan Rodgers wants his side to play. With Kuhn now gone, bringing in someone like Balikwisha has become even more important. Celtic's long-term interest in the winger shows they've been tracking his abilities for a while. The fact that he's open to the move, along with Antwerp's need to sell, makes this deal more likely to happen before the window shuts. Antwerp are now in a position where they have to weigh up the short-term loss on the pitch against the benefits of a transfer fee. Losing Balikwisha won't be ideal for them, but Wils seems happy to go with the players still at his disposal. His words suggest he's already planning for that possible outcome. For Celtic fans, the chance of finally landing Balikwisha is something to get behind. If all goes well in the coming days, Rodgers could get his man and start shaping the side more in his image before the season gets into full swing. In other news, Luis Palma has officially landed in Poland ahead of his expected loan move from Celtic to Lech Poznan, with fresh footage confirming the winger's arrival. The Honduran international was filmed touching down on Saturday as he prepares to finalise a season-long loan deal with the Ekstraklasa side. The deal includes a significant buyout clause in the region of €4.5 million, a figure that would represent a record outlay for the Polish club if triggered. Palmer's switch comes after a turbulent second season at Celtic. Signed in 2023 for £3.5 million from Aris Thessaloniki, the winger made a strong start in Glasgow, scoring 12 goals in 40 appearances. But form dipped in the second half of his first campaign, with the 24-year-old losing his place under Brendan Rodgers. Last season, he was loaned out to Olympiacos for the second half of the season. Returning to Parkhead this summer, it quickly became clear Palmer was not part of the manager's plans. Despite interest from MLS, Turkey, Greece and the English Championship, the winger opted for Lech Poznan, a side chasing Champions League qualification and regular minutes, something Palmer has been vocal about prioritising. Speaking earlier this week to Sunsport, Palmer made it clear the decision to leave was his. It was all done very quickly. I spoke with Celtic and it was my decision to look elsewhere. He added he was very happy with the move and consulted Honduras national team boss Reinaldo Rueda before committing. The deal is expected to be officially announced on Monday. The footage of his arrival potentially signals the end of his brief Celtic chapter, one that started with promise but ultimately stalled. While the move is technically a loan, the inclusion of a high buyout clause suggests this may be a permanent departure in all but name. Lech Poznan are currently building a squad capable of competing on both domestic and European fronts. Palmer's flair, if rediscovered, could prove a major asset in their qualifying campaign. For Celtic, it's another out-the-door moment this summer as Rodgers continues reshaping the squad. For Palmer, it's a shot at redemption in a league that may offer him the rhythm and confidence he struggled to maintain in Glasgow. Lastly, it has been a rather interesting summer transfer window for Celtic. In truth, it always is, and as the last 2 decades have shown, time and time again, the strategy from the club works and Celtic lift the trophies. But that doesn't change the fact that sections of the fan base question or express their worry at certain types of deals Celtic conclude. It has certainly got Chris Sutton talking, and the man he wanted to highlight was new Japanese striker Shin Yamada. As soon as Yamada signed, Rodgers was still speaking about bringing in another goalscorer, even though Celtic had signed their second of the summer after Callum Osman joined from Fulham. There are suggestions that this is more of a club signing rather than what Rodgers wants, and it isn't sitting well with Sutton. Speaking in his Daily Record column, the former striker labelled the whole situation as bizarre, and he thinks Yamada's arrival won't exactly put fans at ease. Sutton had this to say: Rodgers needs reinforcements, and his comments about incoming Shin Yamada won't exactly put fans at ease when it's clear they are starting to get a bit frustrated at the lack of serious movement in the transfer market. The manager described the Japanese striker as a club signing and one he'll assess when he gets in to see if he's going to be one to develop for the future or one for the here and now. I find all that stuff a bit bizarre. You don't get this stuff elsewhere about club signings as opposed to manager signings. Rodgers is clearly being a bit cute. He will have had the final say on the deal, but it looks like he's agreed to take a look at a low-risk, cheap arrival while also creating a bit of distance if he doesn't quite work out. At the end of the day, Yamada can only do what he has been brought in for, and this is a transfer policy that has worked time and time again, Sutton said. He wanted to point that out, even though all of this is strange from his perspective and how you simply can't be overcritical of the matter. It's a strange scenario, Sutton added. You can't be overcritical of a transfer policy that has made the club fortunes over the last decade and more. But it doesn't seem like Celtic don't half make things hard for themselves when it comes to transfers, Sutton concluded. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.